Hello guys, how you all doing? I'm good myself. I just wanted to update you on the Volatility 75. Remember I gave you a setup, when was it? Probably 4 days back or 5 days back, where I was telling you where you can expect a reaction and where you can search for trades to go down. This was the video, as you can see here. If you don't remember what I said in that video, this is what I said. So price is coming from this daily support. And where is it going to? Kind of like initially when it touched this was your what? This was your sort of the next resistance, but now we can see it's been broken. So there is your next resistance, and you had your trend line there as well. And it seems like it's also breathing through the wound. And in terms of you trying to take trades from this one, you could have done that, but it's not a good zone, simply because of what, if you think to the same one that we had on weekly where I'm saying if you form a zone and then you take off, we want this to continue before coming back, because if it just goes up once and then the next candlestick comes down like that, this is not a good zone. And it's the same thing that we are having here, because of what, the price formed the zone here, it came back, but the next candlestick went back to the zone. That's not a good sign to try and take a trade from there. The bearish trend line that we had has been broken. The bearish daily trend line here has been broken, right? Let me remove this one. So the bearish one has been broken. So meaning trying to sell on daily while bearish trend line has been broken is not a good thing to do. But at the same time, you can lean towards this is the one that initiated the move to the downside. If your trend line, you put it there, at least you would say the breakout started by this and then we have a candlestick outside, right? It's up to you. If you have it there, then you can say that zone is the one that did what, broke trend line. That's if you have a trend line there. And again, meaning the momentum shifted from that zone, and it is sort of inside an area where you are having what, engulfing on weekly. Remember on weekly we're saying this is an engulfing, so we do have an engulfing, and that engulfing gave us what, a momentum shift, or the momentum shifted, we're going up nicely, and during that engulfing the momentum shifted from uptrend to downtrend, meaning this could just be a retest and then carry on going down like that. So we'll just see how the price reacts to this, but when it gets there, you have every right to try and sort of search for trades to go short. All right, well, this is how it played out. When I made that video, the price was going up towards this level. This is the level where I said you look for reasons to go low, to go short, and you can see the price did exactly that. So if you're still in doubt, then I don't know, because I've been giving you setups like this on this channel. So if you're new, make sure that you subscribe and you hit the bell icon. And also, if you're interested, you can always text me and find 3 on this number on Telegram, and then we'll take it from there, because I do have a mentorship where I teach people how to come up with setups like this. But let me take you through some of the trades that I took when the price hit that very same level. And then now, as you can see, I managed to get another one that is currently running, but I did have some trades from here, and then I exited them, I think around there, but I'll show you, as you can see here on the screen. So this is how I came about taking the trades. Remember when we were making the in that previous video, I gave you a trend line here and said we did have an area of support here. This is how you're supposed to approach a chart. We had an area of support there, and the movement that started from this high, it went down and broke the trend line and broke the support, meaning this area of resistance here at the top, this one, the very same one I was saying, when the price gets there, you need, let me just mark it nicely so that you can see it. When the price gets here, you need to make sure that you search for trades to go short, search for reasons to go short, because of what, this zone did. So it's very strong because of the move that it caused. After this zone was formed, it went down and violated some key structures, which is why I was saying you need to look for trades from there. And did I give you reasons why not to take this one? Because this one, they are, in the mentorship, I tell them how to rate a zone, how to decide on which zone is is scoring higher than the other, and the one at the top, it scored way higher than this one here that we had when you're going down, because this one didn't even have like a nice profit margin, didn't even move away from the level. It was just price playing around here, which was not a good move. That's why when it was coming up towards this area, we were like, no, we're interested in the one above. Like I said in the previous video, when I said when you get here, look for reasons to go short. All right, so now that we know that we're expecting to go short there, and this is the nearest because this one was the nearest area of support, it got broken. We shifted to this one, it got broken. Then the one that is currently active on this time frame, it's here. It's here. This is the nearest area of support on daily, because if I was to go to weekly and monthly, I don't want to waste too much time, because nothing has changed. We still have the same structure. On weekly, we still have currently the same structure. We're still playing, we know we played outside this, and we are just playing around the resistance, so we don't have anything new there. Then this is why I just went straight and say, let me start here, because you know how the other ones look like. So this is our nearest area of support, right? That has been hit before. The price is hitting it for the second time, because this was the first time when it got tested. The price went up to the resistance. The support is coming, hitting the support again. Someone can ask me, why do I have this one trade running and I don't close it because we're hitting the support? Well, that's not the main trade, because remember, when you take trades, you can have two trades. The other one, you're going to place it, like a strict take profit, but the other one will just be moving a stop loss, saying, I just want to see how far it can go. So that's what I'm trying to do here, just to see if it can challenge this zone here. If it goes up and hits it, it's fine. I've seen many of those, it's fine. So that's all that you have on daily. But now, how did I take those trades there at the top? Let's check H4, because we knew what was happening on daily. We knew exactly this was the move that was going down up towards. This is the daily. Remember, this is the daily resistance that I said when the price was I think we're still around here, when I said when we enter this level, make sure that you search for trades to go short. So for me, when it was hit here, it didn't give me any reasons to go short. When it was hit there for the first time, it didn't give me a reason to go short, but rather I was like, okay, because it's moving up towards a higher time frame area of resistance, I can say on this time frame we did have like a trend line there, because of what we made, like the swing here and then made a higher high, right? Then we had a trend line there. So once the price hit that daily area of resistance, it got rejected and pushed down. But there, I didn't have a reason to sell, because if I had to like sold here, where was I going to place my stop loss? Maybe if you had like identified this and say I'm taking that, but for me, I didn't do it like that, because I was like, no, I don't yet have a reason to go in. I know I'm at a level where I should be setting for trades, but if I miss them, it's fine. It's not a loss. I'd rather wait until it gives me like a clear indication before I can enter. That's how I went about this one. So after it was hit there, the price, it did this. If you remember, I even put this video on TikTok. So the price it got rejected from that daily area of resistance, and when it got rejected, it gave us that bearish engulfing on H4, the very same one that I'm showing you here. This is bearish engulfing, right? So we can see that even H4 is showing some signs of bearishness. You see, so that's the first thing that we had. We know we are around the weekly area of resistance. We know we have hit the daily area of resistance, and now on H4 we are also having something bearish, because of what it is giving us a bearish engulfing, and then that bearish engulfing resulted in a move that went down like that. And what did that move do? It broke a bullish trend line. So you can see that the bears are showing some strength, even though the bulls were in control doing all of this. But now, because we are breaking their structures, we have hit a higher time frame opposing level. We are coming down, we are breaking bullish structures. So it means I can now turn my focus to the bears and look for trades in their direction. So as soon as the price moved down and broke the trend line, then I was like, okay, this is something that I've been waiting for, because here I didn't have a reason to go in. So I just marked this level here and say, this is my area of H4 resistance that gave me a move to the downside and gave me a bearish engulfing, and also broke a bullish trend line. So it's a very strong area of resistance. Should the price pull back to it, I'm going to enter. because of those reasons, to say that I am at a weekly resistance, daily resistance, and H4 we have got bearish engulfing, and we broke the bullish trend line. So you can see that everything is saying what? The bears, which is why I was looking to take a sell from here. So, and I got it because I think I used H1 to go in, because I know already what's happening on the other time frames, like my higher time frames. Then I was like, okay, since I know what's happening on daily, I know what's happening on H4, and I know what's happening even on weekly. Then I was like, because this is the area that we said we're gonna take a trade from. Remember the H4 level, this one here, where is the H4? Yes, this one here. Again, I'm saying from here we went down and broke the trend line. So from here I was looking for a reason, like a retest, not the first move. The first one, remember, I didn't have a reason to enter. This here I didn't have a reason to enter, so I entered on the second one after the price broke the trend line and it gave me the bearish engulfing. At least I had more reasons to look for trades to the downside. So that's when we were like, here we do have a nice H1 resistance there, and even on H1 we did have like a trend line was the same as the one we're having on H4. It was somewhere around there, right? And the move from the very same resistance that I marked, it went down and it broke the trend line and it broke areas of support. This was an area of support, areas of support when you're moving up. But you need to understand, remember I once made a video where I was saying, as much as everything was pointing up, but you couldn't take a buy from these levels. Why? Because these are just H1 support levels. You can't buy from there when the price is coming from daily resistance, H4 resistance, weekly resistance. So everything higher than what you're trying to do is pushing down. So trying to buy from here, even though the trend line was holding and the price is hitting your area, for it was not a good idea because of where the price was coming from. And from there we can see the price pushed down and then it broke the trend line. That's when we were like, okay, H4 we broke the trend line as well. And then I just went straight with somewhere here with there what we call a sell limit. As you can see here on the screen, I entered them with a sell limit, and then it moved down nicely. And as it was moving down, it gave me a lower low. You can see the low was there. We went lower than it. Then when you have a lower low, it allowed you to put a trend line there, and I just marked this as the nearest area of resistance, and everything is pointing down. Then I managed to get entry number 2 there, and then it was moving down, giving me another lower low, and then it got there. I think I went down. This one was a bit risky, but I still did it. Where was that? I still did it because of what? Because remember, we were going down, then the second entry was here, and then it was coming up again, and then I entered from here, this level here. This is where I got the third entry, and then from there it moved down. So this is where I exited those trades because of what? If you think of this here, if you think of this as much as it doesn't look nice, but it gave us this move to go up. And when we were going down, we did have a lower low, and we did have a trend line there when we were going down. So the move that started by this candlestick, okay, it shifted. This candlestick here, it gave us a move and broke this trend line. So which is why I was scared when we hit it here. I was like, I'm not gonna ignore it because of what it did. I cannot just ignore here when the price hits this level, because I know what that candlestick did, which is where I exited the trades that I got from the top, because you can see they are not there anymore. So I exited them around here. I'm not saying I'm gonna buy. You can see it turned up. You need to know, pick your direction and stick with the trades that are going in that direction. So I didn't say I was gonna buy. I just exited, and on H1 I think there was a nice level there, this one here, but I was like, no, it looks nice. I know it was never been hit before. I know. I just used it to exit my trades there. Exited the trades, and then the price pulled back up, and then it went up to the H4 bearish trend line, because remember everything was pointing to the downside. So it went up like that, and then hit the trend line there. I couldn't get it was a good trade, but because we're coming from this, but I was like, okay, let me just wait. Someone could have taken it. It was fine. It would have made sense, but I didn't take it So I didn't have an entry here. You could have taken this one to say that I know that daily H4 now has been pushing to the downside. We can remove the bullish trend line and now add the like the current sort of the bearish trend line, because of what we do have like lower lows there like that. And when you have that, you're marking your areas of resistance, because that's where you'll be looking for trades to go long. There is your area of resistance. Let's remove this. We know that's a daily zone. So if you had looked for reasons if you had looked for trades here, you would have gotten it there. And then now the price is pushing down, and then you remember this has to be your first TP, and then you can put this at your daily support as your second TP. For me, yes, we are hitting that, but we just missed it a bit, but I'm not gonna exit. So for me, this is how I got their trade, because I knew what was happening, and you can see the type of candlesticks there. So once the price gave me to a H1 level, that when I entered, and then it went all the way down. So it was this one. I entered somewhere there, and you can see it pushed all the way down, and now you can see it's forming a bullish rejection. It can just push up, but I'm not gonna enter. And you know where you are around the daily support, this daily support, the very strong daily support. But we know it was hit before. It might fail to hold, but it looks very strong. The price can be rejected from there. And if you look on, because remember I said when it was going down, we had this, we had the trend line there, and the move that was from around this area is the one that pushed up and broke that trend line. So keep that in mind when you're looking at H4. It looks nice here because of what? The trend line on H4 when you're going down was somewhere around there. So the move from this level is the one that broke that trend line, and it even went up and broke areas of resistance. So which is why you can even take your chances there with the buy and target this as the next opposing level. For me, I'm saying should the price go above this weird looking candlestick, I'm gonna close my trade. There's gonna be hit the stop loss, and then I'm out. So if you are if you decide to take a trade from there, you can target this as your opposing H4 resistance. This one, remember, this was the resistance. We went down from the new one, went down from the new one. The nearest one would be around there. So if you decide to go with that one, you can exit there. For me, I think right, I'm enough. I'll just wait for something else. So I'm not gonna take this one. As you can see, I just put this here. Hopefully it will not hit it, maybe continue like that. But judging from what is currently happening and the zone that we're bouncing from around that daily one, the price can still feel the hit from there and go up to that, and it will still be sort of hitting the trend line. Maybe it will do that and then continue again. We'll see. So that's all that happened in the past 4 days or so since I gave you the setup. So from here, what is it that you can expect? Because we are hitting the daily support, the price can be rejected from that. So if, let's say, the price was to come a bit lower like that and go lower than this point, that would mean that we had a low, now we have a lower low, meaning I have to have a daily trend line there. For now, I can't put that because I don't have a lower low. For me to say I have a bearish trend line or have a bearish move, a bearish trend, I need to be seeing the lower lows. If I don't see those, it's either we are consolidating or we're just moving up. So when you're in a downtrend, you need to make lower lows. So if the price gives you that, you can mark it like that, and hopefully it will continue. Maybe if, let's say, it breaks that. If it breaks it, this is your nearest daily resistance. Should it break and go up there, you are more than welcome to sell, knowing very well this one wouldn't be existing anymore. You'll be targeting the next one. Even though when you're targeting the next one, where the price turned before coming to activate you, this has to be your TP1, because you don't know what caused the price to turn here. What if the same thing, the same force or whatever causes the price to be rejected and go up again? Which is why you'll have people trading, predicting W's and double tops and whatnot. Those ones, it's, for me, I wouldn't advise you to trade those ones because no one knows what's going to happen here. So what makes you think this is going to be a W? Because you must wait for the price to show you something first, to show you what it wants, and then from there you can decide that, oh, based on the structure that it is forming around here, maybe it will be rejected and go up. I cannot just, when the price is coming down, and say W there. Where do I see the W? What makes me think that the price is going to form a W? Because otherwise you're going to end up looking for W's and M formations, whatever, double tops, treble tops, whatever, everywhere, which is where you're going to be frustrated because some of these levels are going to be consumed, and most of them, which is why it's important for you to know how to filter some of the bad ones, to know that because I can see that based on the current structure, maybe on this time frame and the time frame higher than it, the structure is like this, so the price has got higher chances of being rejected here. You see, you are making your decisions based on the current, like the structure, the overall structure, not just what is happening on this time frame and say it's going to go up and form a W. If you trade like that, you're going to be disappointed. So what we can expect from here, like I showed you, we are hitting that nice H4 around this daily. It can still go up like that, but for me, I don't know what's going to happen there. But for you, if you get the reasons to go long here, you do have every right to do that. You can do that. It's a good setup. We don't know if it's going to work or not, but it does have this breaking that, and then remember it gave you that pin bar on H1, I think. If you're strong enough, you could just take this and hope that, because you're trading H1, this you can also exit, but use this as your H4 or the higher time frame on your time, because remember, if you're trading H4, you need, if you're trading H1, you need H4 as well. You can't just make decisions on H1 alone. And then this is your H1 TP, and this is your final TP, which is your H4 TP. That's how you will take it if you decide to go with this. So that's it. Now we'll see how it plays out from here, then I will update again. But for now, it does have a chance to sort of push up a bit, maybe until there, and then we'll see what happens. If it breaks that level, then it means the next stop will be around where I entered there. And you can see even the type of candlesticks the price formed at this level where I entered. You can see that the bears were trying to pushing. There was too much bearish force there that pushed the price down. So I think that's it, guys. So if make sure that you follow and you sort of subscribe for more content, and you hit the bell icon so that whenever I make a new upload, you can watch it as early as possible and get trade ideas like this, so that you can see if you can take advantage of. And if you are interested as well, remember I gave you this number 590390383038 at the end. You can just text me on Telegram, and then we'll take it from there, because I do have like a mentorship program. I took group 1, I think, about a month and a half back, and they are almost done. Then I'll take group 2. So far I've got, I think, 7 people. So I just want 10 max. I don't want a lot of people. I want the people that I'll be able to to manage and know who is struggling and who is not, because if it's a bigger group, it's going to be difficult for me to do that. So that's why I want to keep it as small as possible, so that everyone is happy at the end of the course. All right, I'll end it like that, and I'll see you in the next video, probably tomorrow, when I'm doing the weekly out sort of a forecast where I'm showing you what to expect from maybe Nasdaq, US 30, and the very same VIX 75. All right, guys, sharp. I'll see you tomorrow.